Hey guys, Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back, I think in the first time in quite a while, talking Dragon Ball Super Manga. Now, I'm not reviewing the chapter or anything from yesterday, but I guess if you want to get my thoughts on the chapter, it's fine for the most part. Only new thing outside of the typical stuff we've seen in the movie so far was the fact that we got the understanding of how Krillin and 18 got to the battlefield. Pretty much, Krillin's boss alerted him like, "Oh, here we found the Red Ribbon Army's base," and this is after they were seeing the Clean God movie. We also see an older Marin, a teenage Marin. So, okay, Teen Marin, that's kind of a thing there. It's very interesting the fact that I guess she doesn't go to the same school as Goten and Trunks do. You think that, okay, if the Z fighters have, like, children, well then their children would get to meet their children and everything. You would think that Marin would be going to, the high school where Trunks, Goten, and Mai are going at. Guess not. Unless, like, maybe she's slightly younger than they are. But who knows? We see a Teen Marin, which is always cool. So, yeah, but we kind of get the understanding of how Krillin and 18 get to the Red Ribbon base to help in the fight against Cell Max. But other than that, nothing else new happened. We still have to find... The only other thing that, we have to find out is how Goten and Trunks ends up getting there. But then again, that must be due to Bulma getting to the battlefield right then and there. But regardless, I kind of just want to get my thoughts just on, like, the state of the Dragon Ball Super manga right now, because it's not interesting right now. Like, it's not interesting at all. Listen, and I've kind of been a person, the last couple of years has kind of been, I wouldn't say a hater of Dragon Ball Super, but I just haven't been liking the content I've been getting from Dragon Ball Super in terms of, like, the story and how they handle certain things. Like, obviously, like, one of my big proportions was I didn't like how they handled Goku mastering Ultra Instinct already by, like, by the end of the Moro arc, to where he can transform it into MUI as at will, and now it's kind of just like, oh well, yes, you're using MUI, but you see, you haven't used it's Ultra Instinct, and you mastered it, but you truly haven't mastered Ultra Instinct. When you master Ultra Instinct, it's kind of, you got to be at it even in your base state now, and it's just like, Toriyama, you're just writing things out of your ass. Goku just mastered Ultra Instinct, and now you're saying, okay, but he's not mastering Ultra Instinct. There's different tiers of Ultra Instinct you can use, and they wrote themselves into a corner with the Ultra Instinct stuff, and obviously with the fact that Dragon Ball Super has been kind of the Goku and Vegeta show, because other characters have not been getting power-ups, or other characters in terms of the other Z fighters just don't feel relevant enough to other characters. Like, listen, I understand, not every character can fight the big bad of a series, but it would be fine if, like, okay, you at least, if you're giving Goku and Vegeta these power-ups to make them on these god tier level powers, give the other characters power-ups to make them at least hang into the fight. I would love it if they found some way to make, like, the human characters, the Krillins, your Tiens, your Yamchas, even though as much as of a joke they are in terms of, like, especially a Yamcha, I would love it if, like, maybe they have some sort of training where, I don't know, they get a massive power boost to where they're not on the levels of a Goku or a Vegeta, shit, even Gohan, maybe somewhat closer to Piccolo, it's like, well, if they can get, like, if Goku and Vegeta can get God Ki training, or God Energy training, why not have the human characters be able to do the same thing, have God Ki training, and maybe they can be, like, I don't know, human gods, pretty much. They have the powers of a human they're human, but they're using the energy of a god, pretty much. Transcending them, getting them stronger. Again, they're not going to be on the levels of the big bads, but it gives them a power boost to keep them relevant, to keep them fighting. you know, and everything. Obviously, that would be so cool, so that could get the human characters involved in the story again. But, if they're going to be there just to fight fodder characters that they can handle, I guess that's fine. But that's kind of been a thing with even Dragon Ball Z, which I'm actually going to probably redo, like, a Dragon Ball Z review series where I cover all the different sagas of the original series, Dragon Ball Z. Because I'm rewatching DBZ Kai, and I could obviously voice my frustrations there. The fact that, from Dragon Ball on, they kind of made the human characters absolutely, like, kind of fodder, and things like that. But, you see it here, but, obviously the relevant, they're bringing Gohan and Piccolo into the mold in terms of being relevant, with giving them the power boost that they were getting, that they got in Super Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. So in a way, you kind of have, 4 big hitters back in prominence, and Goku, and Vegeta. Now you add 2 characters in Gohan and Piccolo, now prominent with their new forms to keep them. But, like I said, the state of the manga, it's kind of boring right now because we're just getting a manga retelling of the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, which you can go watch and stream on Crunchyroll, literally. Like, literally, the movie dropped on Crunchyroll a few weeks ago, and you can go stream the movie, and you can save your time of reading the manga and just go watch the damn movie, which most Dragon Ball fans have already done. I just don't understand why this is happening. Now, obviously, I know not a lot of people were fans of the, like, little filler stuff before the Dragon Ball superhero manga arc in terms of Goten and Trunks, mostly because, they didn't like the Trunks and Maya relationship push or other things, or they felt like things just dragged on. I actually liked that mini arc we got because it was something different from the mold. It wasn't, okay, it's Goku and Vegeta. We're actually focusing on their sons for once, putting them back into a prominent spotlight. Albeit, I do kind of wish that Goten was also a little bit more featured. I thought they could have did a little bit more of Goten than just making it just the Trunks show. But it was something different. I actually enjoyed that arc, and I actually liked for a different change of pace. Nice lighthearted stuff. I know people didn't like it for their various reasons because, the stakes aren't as high, and then 2, I didn't like the Trunks and Mai relationship because Mai is technically way older than Trunks is, even though technically she's in the body of a teenager, and I've gone on record saying, like, I'm fine with them having a relationship. If you want to make things cool, okay, here's the cool thing. Make it to where they end up hooked. If you're going to actually push this relationship and you're going to have it to where Trunks and Mai actually hook up and actually become a couple, just have it to where Mai just is, like, in terms of, I guess you can say physical body wise, like age 20 or older. And when Trunks is age 20 or older, okay, then he's freaking legal. And alright, fine, whatever, big deal. It's not like in the real world, you don't see a freaking 55-year-old man, dating almost a 25 to 30-year-old woman, or other way around, where sometimes you have a 55-year-old woman going for a younger man who's, like, in their mid to late 20s or early 30s. Like, come on now. That shit happens. Like, I don't think it's that big of a freaking deal when you have the age thing happen, fix itself, but whatever. But again, like, the fact that they're retelling the manga, story of Dragon Ball Super superhero, like, it's things we've already seen before. Like, when I read through the manga chapter, I wasn't, like, in-depthly reading the panels because I've already seen the things. Like, I would read the panels of what the people were saying, but I just, alright, next page, next page, next page, next page. Is there anything new? Nope. Okay, yeah, big deal. And this week's chapter ended off with Piccolo is going Orange Piccolo, so hopefully maybe by next week, by the end of next month's chapter, and which is also kind of thing that sucks. Like, if there was any time for Dragon Ball Super to just drop weekly manga chapters, I feel like this would be the case. You're retelling a movie arc, just drop weekly chapters. Because, whatever, but I see the more you want to get out the way now, to do it. So hopefully by next month's chapter, the cliffhanger of Cell Max appears. Hopefully, and then it's like, okay, we can finish this story up in maybe 1 or 2 more chapters and get to the freaking bot and get to the new stuff. Now, again, I don't know if we're going to get straight to the Black Frieza content after the Dragon Ball Super superhero arc, manga arc concludes. But, you know, like, I just want new stuff. I don't want to see old retelling stuff already. Like, I've seen that already. I don't need to see it again. Like, and again, it just frustrates me. It's like, well then, dude, if you're doing this for Dragon Ball Super superhero, why did you not go back and retell the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie in the manga too? Like, at least have some sort of consistency. But with that, we just get one panel, one page, full page spread of Goku and Vegeta fighting against Broly in a colored one-page spread. But we're getting a whole movie retelling of a movie we have already seen before. Now, maybe it's because maybe they're redoing this in the manga arc because, okay, maybe not a lot of people in Japan watched the movie. I don't know the sales that Dragon Ball Super Superhero did in theaters over there in Japan, but maybe they did not like the sales over there and they're like, retell the movie so then people know what the hell is going on. But to us people in the West, we already know because we watch and we crave Dragon Ball. But remember, I even say this with my other manga reviews. These manga companies only cater to their own audience, which is the Japanese audience. Yes, Dragon Ball is a big fan base in the West, and they know that. The Japanese people know that. That, yes, Dragon Ball is very big in the West, but they cater to their fan base first and always before they cater to us, because that's how things operate, you know, around there in Japan. That's just for every anime series, whether it's One Piece, Black Clover, My Hero Academia. We can say as many issues as we want and voice our opinions of like, they should do this, they should do that, but these authors are going to do what's best for them because typically that's what the Japanese media receives and they like it that way. So if the Japanese people are liking this arc because they like it over there, well then there's nothing we can do about it. All we can say is, hey, we don't like this, I'm gonna take a step. I'm only reading the chapters just because it keeps me up with the story and it keeps me up with, okay, where are we at, how close are we getting to the end. But I can see why there's Dragon Ball fans that are just not reading the Dragon Ball Super manga right now because, well, we've already seen this content. Like, I want to see new content. Like, I don't care if the next arc is the Black Frieza arc. I don't care if the next arc is just some random other different villain arc before we get to Black Frieza. I don't know. Personally, I'm of the opinion, I would say Black Frieza arc to like after End of Z timeline. Like, I would do that and then you come for Black Frieza when you get past the time skip, because remember, you know, where we're left off, Frieza's like 10 years stronger than Goku and Vegeta. So it would kind of, in a way, make sense if where you get past end of time skip Z or end of Z moment, you know, we have more of an arsenal. We have not only Goku, Vegeta, we obviously have Gohan and Piccolo. Then in a way we'll kind of have Pan. We'll have Goten and Trunks, you know, and then we'll also have Oob. Like, you know, this new brand of Z fighters, I guess, and you can kind of phase out, and you can still include the human characters in it. They're just semi-retired, and even, I guess, if you want to bring the androids 18 and 17 in it, if they still participate in some fighting as well. So that's kind of the whole thing right then and there, but, you know, that's just kind of my thing. You know, I'm just kind of bored with where the manga's at. I want to get to new content. And I really just hope this arc in the manga for Dragon Ball Super Superhero just finishes up so damn fast, because, like, there's nothing really to look forward to with Dragon Ball Super at the moment. There is no news on any new anime as of late, because I know a lot of people are still waiting. I'm still waiting to see, like, you know, the Moro arc animated, and as much as I didn't like the Granola arc, I still want to see that shit animated, so then, you know, when we have games and shit, we can see Ultra Ego Vegeta, and we can have these other characters in the mangas, or even in the mobile games. I don't play the mobile games and things like that, you know, but that would be freaking cool, you know, shit, like Moro. I like to play Dragon Ball The Breakers, as much as people don't like playing The Breakers, but I would love it to see, like, if Moro was, like, a legitimate, like, raider in that game. Like, I feel like you could have Moro as a raider if they were to do an anime of Dragon Ball, but obviously they don't put the manga characters in the games because, well, they don't have anime. They don't have an anime version for those characters yet. So, and if anything anime related, we just wait for maybe if there's news on another movie. But other than that, all we have to wait on is the manga. Like, that's pretty much it for Dragon Ball Super. So, Dragon Ball's kind of been in this lull right now where it's just not big to talk about Dragon Ball anymore. As of this moment, like right now, One Piece is pretty damn good. Black Clover has been freaking going really damn hard. My Hero Academia, even though a lot of people hate it, I enjoy where the story's going there and in their final arc. And I'm just over here with Dragon Ball. I'm just like, I love Dragon Ball. It's like my favorite anime of all time. It was the first true anime I legitimately watched, which became my favorite. It's like, can we please get something new? Can we please, like, at this point, like, I don't even care. Like, yes, I'll discuss, like, okay, bad story points and things like that, but holy hell, man. Like, I just want something new from Dragon Ball Super. I want a new manga. I don't care if the next arc is Black Frieza, which I'm definitely looking forward to. I don't care if it's like an arc with a different villain before we get to Black Frieza. I just want something new. I don't want old retelling stuff. And it's kind of been the thing about the Dragon Ball Super manga as a whole. They retold everything, albeit different things for like Universe 6 arc, Black Goku arc, Universe Survival arc, blah 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 blah. And then we obviously, the newest like legit blind content we got in the manga was the Moro stuff, and the Moro and Granola stuff, and then even this Trunks Goten mini arc before Dragon Ball Super Superhero, so that's kind of the thing. And like I said, I hope when the anime comes back, they don't retell the Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie in anime form. But I would not be shocked with the fact that the Dragon Ball Super anime did it with Battle of Gods and Revival of F. They would do it with Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which would make no sense. I'd rather them, if the anime come back, do the little Trunks mini arc stuff, and then it's like, okay, time skip after events of Dragon Ball Super Superhero, blah 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 blah. But nothing we can do about it. But again, I just wanted to voice my frustrations and everything about where the Dragon Ball Super manga is at, because it's just not boring. It's just not entertaining right now. It's kind of boring, and I think everybody in the Dragon Ball community is just waiting for the next new arc to start so we can see new content for once. But that will just have to be a wait that we will have to wait for quite some time. Yeah, just hopefully maybe in the slightest 2 to 3 months, and then everything. Maybe they're doing this arc so they can prepare for the next arc. Again, if that's where they're doing, well, then I expect a pretty damn good arc. Then, if you're gonna freaking give me a whole ass retelling of a movie that I've already seen, well, then the next arc in line after this movie better be pretty damn good. So we will see. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, when Broly finally gets his power under control, he can pretty much be added to the new Z Fighters as well. So yes, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on the state of the Dragon Ball Super manga, the state of Dragon Ball Super as a whole, or I guess you can just Dragon Ball as a whole. Are you entertained with where Dragon Ball is going? Are you just like bored with what Dragon Ball is doing now, and you're just hoping that something new comes and everything? Like, legitimately, I think an anime announcement would like reinvigorate the fan base to be like, okay, yeah, I may not like certain points of the manga in the last 2 manga arcs with the Granola and the Moro arc, but shit, if we get an anime retelling, if we get an anime announcement for those arcs, then I'd be cool with that. And honestly, if they do an anime announcement of those arcs, I kind of hope those animes are seasonal animes, because that would be great. I think if Dragon Ball made a seasonal anime type of thing where they just say, all right, 25 episodes for these story, that would be pretty cool. So that's just my thoughts and things like that. So yeah, but anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, as well as the subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Ball content or any other Dragon Ball or anime videos and things like that. Again, when we finally get done with this arc, and it's like legit a full-on chapter I read that is just brand new stuff, I will come back and do my Dragon Ball Super reviews. But other than that, I'm not covering a lick of this freaking arc because I've seen it before. And I don't want to waste your guys' time and things like that. But other than that, I'm gonna get off here. Have a great rest of your day or not just this video. Peace.